Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. I will be your host for tonight's doubleheader, if you will, as the Lincoln girls are going to take on the Green Ridge girls. We're going to step aside quickly here for the national anthem, and we'll be back shortly on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. Okay, welcome back here. We are about to watch the Lincoln girls take on the Green Ridge Lady Tigers. First, your starting lineups for the Green Ridge Tigers. At guard, they're going to be starting all-conference and all-district sophomore Santana Rivas. Also at guard, number 2, Riley Donaldson. Number 10, Mackenzie DeVores. And number 1, Emery Cannon will be out on the wing. And inside, number 32, Caden Box. On the other side, for the Lincoln Cardinals tonight, Coach Bryant going to start with number 3, Addie Pinnell. She's a junior. The pair of sophomores, Cadence Harvey and Rebecca Helland, 11 and 2 respectively. Emery Eckhoff, number 23, will get the starting nod, as well as Danica Gillespie. So we are excited to get tonight's games underway. We will have a doubleheader, as I mentioned at the top. The Lincoln boys will be out next against the Northwest Mustangs, so we will be right here for that. And then if either team earns a bid to the consolation game tomorrow, we will be here to show you that as well. And don't forget, on our other channel, Spooky Bear Media, we will be streaming all 4 of the championship games on Saturday, starting at 9:30 in the morning. We'll be streaming till 3:30 in the afternoon, taking in both third-place games and the 2 first-place games. So if you haven't already seen the link for that stream, be sure to go over to Spooky Bear Media on YouTube and find the live stream link for those games. All 4 of them will be on one broadcast, as tonight the 2 games that I mentioned will be on one broadcast as well. So coming into this game between Green Ridge and Lincoln, neither team, these 2 teams have not faced off yet this season, but both coming in with similar records and similar feelings about their season. Lincoln 5-13 on the year, Green Ridge 4-11, both extremely young teams. In fact, Green Ridge starts 4 sophomores and a junior. Lincoln out there with a pair of sophomores, a freshman, and 2 juniors. Green Ridge starting in what appears to be a 1-3-1 zone. Lincoln has struggled against zone defenses this season. Coming into this contest, Green Ridge the 5 seed and Lincoln the 8 seed. Both teams, Lincoln having won a play-in game as Harvey tries the 3. She's off the mark. Helen's got her first offensive board. Lincoln beat the 9-seeded Lamont Vikings to earn a game against the 1-seeded Tipton. We saw how that went here live on the channel. We will be brief in our recap of that one. Nice move by Danica Gillespie inside. She can't secure it. The ball is loose. And a jump ball. Good hustle there by number 1 for the Green Ridge Lady Tigers, Emery Cannon, one of the sophomore starters. Rivas here going to play point guard, and we mentioned how she was an all-conference and all-district player from a year ago. As a freshman, earned those honors. Coach Hayden Doan excited to see how she's come along here this year and expects her to earn honors again in this season. Lincoln starting in man defense. Looks like a concerted effort to keep Rivas away from the basketball. 3-point shot off the mark for Green Ridge. Harvey's got a rebound. That was Mackenzie DeVores on the 3-point try. Pull-up jumper for Gillespie won't go. And a rebound for Emery Cannon. And we've talked about before on this broadcast how hard it is to step into a gym at 4:30 in the afternoon on a school day when there's just nobody in the gym and create any energy. As that shot inside was blocked, that was Riley Donaldson that had it inside, I believe blocked away by Gillespie. Helen tries a pull-up 3-point shot from the left wing and cans it. Lincoln strikes first here in the first part of tonight's doubleheader. And that's a welcome sign for Coach Bryant, as 3-point shooting has at times been a strength and at times been a weakness here for this Lincoln team this season. Emery Eckhoff picks up her first foul, and that'll be the first team foul against Lincoln. For the second part of tonight's broadcast, we will be joined by Coach Brett Bryant on the color, but for now you'll have to live with just me. Tipped pass, Helen comes away with it, and now a 3-on-2. Helen goes all the way to the cup and unable to finish as Rivas secures a rebound. Good ball pressure by Helen. Rivas inside, nice pass. And the layup is good for Caden Box. Lincoln working against this zone. Gillespie's blocked. That's a rebound for number 22, Caitlin Hiller, in off the bench. Caden Box inside, scores again. This time assisted by number 1, Emery Cannon. Coach Bryant from Lincoln wants a 30-second timeout, so we are going to step aside here for a 30-second timeout of our own. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228. Back here after the timeout, Lincoln will substitute on their leading scorer, Alyssa Mellon, and their second leading scorer, Mackenzie Yearout. Yearout immediately tries to get it inside to Gillespie, nearly turned it over. Coming into tonight's game, Alyssa Mellon averaging 10 points per game with 4 rebounds per game. And Gillespie turns it over, and now a fast break for Green Ridge. Harvey whistled for the foul. That was LC Box on the steal and fast break try. I mentioned Mackenzie Yearout being the second leading scorer for this team. She comes into tonight scoring 7 per game. That free throw is off the mark. The score is 4-3. And we are halfway through the opening quarter of the first part of tonight's broadcast. the second round losers bracket side of the Kaysinger Conference Tournament. Last year, the Lincoln Cardinals were able to win the consolation side of the bracket, due in large part to Grayson Efert and Alyssa Mellon. They were able to beat Colcamp in that game. Another great pass by Rivas. Box can't finish, but man, a great look for Hayden Doan's Green Ridge Tigers. And I had a chance to speak briefly with Coach Doan before the game, and he mentioned that his team is extremely young and have just played a really brutal schedule for the majority of the season. And they're finally starting to hit their stride a little bit and find some more competitive games. Box turns it over. Helen's got a steal, looks to push. Lincoln has numbers. Mellon head down, drops it to Harvey, back out to Year Out, wide open three, air ball. Rivas now with another rebound. And not a great crowd in attendance here tonight. In fact, on the Lincoln side, single-digit folks here on, or at least on our side. On the side you can see, there's a few more fans from each school. Helen has a rebound off the missed shot, and they're going to call it a jump ball. Harvey turns it over. Green Ridge fast break opportunity here. Rivas top of the key, going to try one over Harvey. Off the mark. Gillespie's got a rebound. That was Mackenzie DeVores on the steal and break. You're out, not being guarded. Gets it inside to Helen. Good looking shot on the block for Helen. And Lincoln back on top, 5-4. Some of the anecdotes that Coach Doan used to describe his team, extremely inexperienced. 4 sophomores and a junior, and they don't have a single senior on the team. Another good pass from Year Out to Helen. Helen can't make it, but Year Out gets a rebound and will be fouled. They're going to call it on the floor. And Green Ridge, who's primarily been in a zone, a 1-3-1 zone that is, going to go 2-3 here on the out of bounds. Bartley free throw line. You're out from the corner. Now Mellon over to Harvey, wide open left wing, and she misses everything. Good hustle by Bartley, but it will be Green Ridge basketball. Minute 36 left here in the opening quarter. Lincoln leads 5-4. Each of these teams trying to advance to the consolation game, or the 5th place game here in the loser side of the bracket. The winner of this game will face, I believe, the winner of Smithton. I don't have the other one written down, but I think it's Smithton and Colcamp. Lincoln scores again, and now with 50 seconds left, leading by 3. Rivas gets inside, in trouble now. Good hands by Harvey. Helen comes away with it. She's fouled. It's the first foul against Emery Cannon, and the second team foul. Lincoln likely going to try and possess here and go for the last shot. Their execution in these parts of the game has not been Very good, and there, you're out, turns it over. Good transition defense. Rivas, wing shot from the left side, splashes it. And it's tied with 5 to go here in the first quarter. Mellon kicks it to Harvey at the buzzer, and that shot is off the mark. So a 3-point lead with 40 seconds left turns into a turnover, an open shot, and now a tie ball game going into the second. We're going to step aside for a 60-second break. We'll be back on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network shortly. Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack now offers custom online stores. These team stores, as we like to call them, are an easy way to get your community or organization into the newest gear. We process and bag every order, and we can even ship it directly to your customers. This process provides a perfect way for booster clubs, sports teams, and other extracurricular clubs or programs to raise money. Why hassle with paper order forms or big companies with long lead times and no personal touch when Spooky Bear can make fundraising easy? Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit more about how a team store can help you, call us today at 660-776-2021. Okay, back here for the second quarter of our first broadcast. Lincoln comes out with Helland, Gillespie, Pennell, Eckhoff, and Harvey. On the floor for Greenridge, Cannon, Rivas, Hiller, Box, and DeVores. Lincoln's shown a couple different defensive looks here. DeVores tries a three but walks first. Gonna be Lincoln basketball. Helen cross-court pass. Harvey, long three. Off the front rim. Lincoln gets another look at it here after the Eckhoff rebound. Eckhoff steps into a jump shot. It's off the mark. That appears to be a weak spot in that zone. Gillespie whistled for the foul. That's the first on her, and the first here by Lincoln in the second quarter. And a travel against Greenridge. Helen from the corner, it's off the mark. Lincoln appears to have decided that one of the things they're going to do is get some three-point looks up here to attack this zone. Box gets past Gillespie. That was a high arcing layup try that won't go. Didn't see who they got the foul on there. That'll be Gillespie's. Well, I would have swore it was Gillespie, but they are giving it to Emory Eckhoff, at least on the scoreboard. So that'll be Emory's second foul. Oh, and you just can't have that if you're Lincoln. Good hustle there by Cannon. Take the ball away from what looked like two Lincoln players. Eckhoff going to sit down with two fouls. Alyssa Mellon comes on. That foul on DeVores is her first, and the first against Greenridge here in this quarter. Gillespie stepped on the end line. That's going to be a turnover on Lincoln. Good ball pressure again by Helen. Divorce inside, nothing there. Fox had trouble with it. Maybe could have got called for a walk. Helen jumps a passing lane, and now she's going to go all the way inside. Jump stop, high off the glass, and a good-looking shot as Box tried to take a charge. Helen now with 7 of Lincoln's 9 points. Rivas inside, doubled, loses it, gets it back. Nice pass underneath. Box, wing shot off the mark. Rivas right there to clean things up, at least from a rebound perspective. She misses a shot. Another shot goes up for Green Ridge, another miss, and another near offensive rebound as Cannon can't quite handle it, and it will be Lincoln basketball. It seems like the last couple times, obviously the Tipton game notwithstanding, the last couple times out that we've been covering the Lady Cardinals, Helen has chipped in the scoring department quite a bit. Mellon dribble pull-up, it's off the mark. However, Helen coming into tonight's game averaging 5 points per game and 4 rebounds per game, already over her season average. Bartley and Year Out will come on for the Cardinals. So out there now, Helen, Harvey, Year Out, Mellon, and Bartley. Lincoln in man defense for the moment, but they have shown some zone looks here early. Cannon nearly had it taken away by Helen. Rivas inside. Nice hesitation move. Probably got fouled, but scores the layup and puts a little pressure on that Lincoln defense. Year Out dribbles into a bad spot. Has her pass tipped twice. It will stay Lincoln basketball. Mellon gonna try a 3. Long and off the mark. LC box over to Rivas. 3-point shot is good. And she's hit a couple of those now. And Green Ridge reclaims the lead. Helen gonna try another 3. That one's off the mark. And we've got a full timeout on the floor for Green Ridge. We're gonna step aside for 60 seconds. We'll be back shortly on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network.
Sponsored by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. We're also sponsored by WK's family of dealerships. WK, a name we all know, owned by a family we all grew up with, now open at 4 locations in Sedalia and Boonville, featuring a great inventory of new Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge vehicles, as well as high-quality used vehicles. At WK, they have combined their service, collision, and detailing departments with a great variety of American-made vehicles to be the #1 stop in your search for a new vehicle. Browse their selection of new and used vehicles today at WKFamily.com. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Estes Drive-In. If you're looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat, Estes Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with Estes Drive-In. Stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516.
Okay, 3:45 left here in the second quarter. Green Ridge up 13-11. Emory Eckhoff back on the floor with 2 fouls. Now either Lincoln got out of the man defense there or they're switching those ball screens, because there was some switching that occurred there on the defensive end. It ended up in a Green Ridge turnover. You're out nice. Fake a pass, make a pass. Something Coach Bryant's been trying to impress on this team all year. Good presence there by Year Out. Bad presence by Mellon as she turns it over. Rivas 1-on-3. She's off the mark. Year Out now with a head of steam. 2 girls to beat. And she's undercut there by Caden Box. Sophomore forward here for the Tigers. Lincoln underneath the basket. Mellon gonna attack. Floater off the mark. And Caitlin Hiller secures a rebound for the Tigers. Man defense on this end for Lincoln. Rivas, nice move to get around Year Out. Pass looked like it was kicked. Eckhoff ended up with it and then was fouled. Gillespie's gonna come on the floor for Bartley. That foul against Emory Cannon is her second. And the third team foul against the Tigers here with 2.5 to play in the first half. Hayden Box off the floor. On comes LC Box. You're out. Nice dribble pull up. Doesn't get it to go, but gets around her defender and gets a good look at it. Rivas Mellon on her. Hand down, man down. She shoots it. She's off the mark. But Harvey, the last to touch the basketball. Looks like a 30-second timeout by Lincoln. We're going to step aside here for 30 seconds. We'll be back on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network shortly.
Are you missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. They're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Stop by and see them at 101 South 65 Highway in Lincoln or 1695 Hilltop Drive in Warsaw. Your community, your bank, your relationship. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After that quick timeout, Green Ridge will have the ball underneath their own basket. Aaliyah Eddington on for the Tigers. DeVore's out of the corner. She's going to get all the way inside. Her shot's off the mark. Strong rebound by Year Out. Good presence there by Harvey and Eckhoff not to leave the basketball. As Year Out could have been in a little bit of trouble there. Mellon gets inside for a right-handed floater. She's off the mark. Box. Excuse me. Short corner jump shot off the mark. Got a little twisted on my words there. Again, Green Ridge basketball underneath the basket. Rivas going to inbounds this time. DeVore's on the wing inside to Rivas. Working against Gillespie. Doubled by Mellon. Mellon takes it away. Lincoln's got numbers. Mellon trying to get it inside to Harvey. Has it deflected out of bounds. Lincoln a little discombobulated there on the out-of-bounds play. Greenridge in a 2-3 zone. Mellon wide open, left wing, off the mark. Gillespie has an offensive rebound, then a jump ball. Box trying to force it inside. It does find its way there. DeVore's three-point shot up off the mark. Loose ball out of bounds, last touched by Greenridge. So each of these two teams in their last week of basketball took a thumping from Tipton. Mellon gets inside, floater off the mark, but is fouled. That foul, Caitlin Hiller, a junior off the bench. On the 23rd of January, Tipton beat Greenridge 81-22 as Mellon misses the first. And just the other day, Saturday night to be exact, we saw Tipton and Lincoln play in a game that resulted in a 71-6 score. Mellon rattles one in, and the lead is now 3 with 30 to play in the first half. 13-10, been a low-scoring affair. Lincoln now in zone here to close the quarter. And it works in Lincoln's favor as Greenridge turns the ball over. An unforced turnover there for Greenridge, something we've seen Lincoln do to themselves a few times this year. .15 on the clock at the end of the first quarter. Lincoln failed to execute in this situation. The first time, I believe it was Year Out that turned it over, and it led to a fast break opportunity that ended in a three-point shot for Greenridge. This time, Year Out double dribbles, another turnover, and now 11 seconds for Greenridge to get a shot off. Box, short corner. Back out, Rivas, too deep to try it. Cannon over to DeVore's just before the buzzer. DeVore's three-point shot off the mark, so slightly better execution, I suppose, for Lincoln to finish out that quarter, but still not quite what Coach Bryant had in mind. So we are halfway through the first part of tonight's broadcast. The girls of Lincoln taking on the Lady Tigers from Greenridge. We are going to get some things together here for our halftime show. We're going to step aside for some advertisement from our sponsors. We'll be back shortly on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack is a full-service print shop and apparel brand that is set up to print any and all wearable or promotional items that you may need. We can help you grow your brand and business by providing you with quality products and prints, all for a fair price. After working with us, you will find that our customer service and attention to detail is unrivaled. Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit with a team member, call us at 660-776-2021. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack, we make printing easy. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228. Us here at Spooky Bear Media would like to give a huge thanks to Johnson's Accounting for making this broadcast and others like it possible. Johnson's Accounting and Tax Service LLC has been serving the Lincoln community and its surrounding area for over 55 years. Lori and her team offer monthly business services such as sales tax, payroll, preparation of financial statements, and much more. They can easily set up a new business or an LLC,
If you're in need of a tax return, Johnson's Accounting handles personal, small business, partnership, and corporate returns. For Johnson's Accounting, no business is too large or too small. They can handle them all. So give them a call at 660-547-3332 and see what they can do for you. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Estes Drive-In. If you're looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat, Estes Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with Estes Drive-In. Stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516. Are you missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. They're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Stop by and see them at 101 South 65 Highway in Lincoln or 1695 Hilltop Drive in Warsaw. Your community, your bank, your relationship. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Lincoln Realty has been serving Lincoln and all of West Central Missouri for 70 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, farm, recreational, or lake property you're after, Lacey and her team have you covered. Give them a call today at 660-547-3535 or stop by the office located at 546 North Highway 65 in Lincoln. This broadcast is supported by Denny's Construction Solutions. Wally and his crew offer many services. At the top of the list is excavation and general contracting. They will build from the ground up. But that's not all. They offer site clearing, site prep, concrete flat work, and more. If you've got a problem that could require a skid steer, excavator, or jackhammer, Denny's Construction has the solution. Call them today at 660-596-9992. Need some dirt work, a building pad, or perhaps a complete septic system? Call Chris and Austin at Mid-Mo Dirt and Septic. They have experience in all types of dirt work and are certified and licensed septic system installers. They're also offering concrete flat work, so give this father and son team a call at 660-723-6958 or at 660-221-0681. Gallo Supply is your local solution for all household and industrial cleaning supplies. From can liners to soaps to copying or toilet paper, Gallo Supply has what you need. Brett at Gallo can provide a friendly and personal touch that other larger companies just can't. He can ship directly to your door when you order using their fast and easy website, so whether you're in need of residential or commercial Jan-San supplies, visit GALLOsupply.com or email sales@gallosupply.com for bulk prices. Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack now offers custom online stores. These team stores, as we like to call them, are an easy way to get your community or organization into the newest gear. We process and bag every order, and we can even ship it directly to your customers. This process provides a perfect way for booster clubs, sports teams, and other extracurricular clubs or programs to raise money. Why hassle with paper order forms or big companies with long lead times and no personal touch when Spooky Bear can make fundraising easy? Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit more about how a team store can help you, call us today at 660-776-2021. We are sponsored by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. We're also sponsored by WK's family of dealerships. WK, a name we all know, owned by a family we all grew up with, now open at 4 locations in Sedalia and Boonville, featuring a great inventory of new Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge vehicles, as well as high-quality used vehicles. At WK, they have combined their service, collision, and detailing departments with a great variety of American-made vehicles to be the #1 stop in your search for a new vehicle. Browse their selection of new and used vehicles today at WKFamily.com. This broadcast is sponsored by Shirley's Highway Cafe. Shirley's Highway Cafe serves a full breakfast and lunch menu from 6 to 2 Sunday through Friday and from 6 to noon on Saturdays. For breakfast, try a good old-fashioned omelet or the biscuits and gravy. For lunch, they've got the best country fried steak and mashed potatoes around. Shirley's Highway Cafe is located on Highway 65 in Lincoln, so give them a try on your next trip through town or call them for carry-out at 660-547-3500. This broadcast is also sponsored by Veracruz Trace. Veracruz Trace Mexican Restaurant in Lincoln delivers local and delicious Mexican cuisine served by their welcoming and caring staff. They are open from 11 to 9 on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. We're here with the Johnson's Accounting and Tax LLC halftime show, brought to you obviously by Johnson's Accounting and Tax LLC. Before we get into that, we're going to get into the Estes Drive-In Replay Cam. We've got a couple replays here from the first half, both by Rebecca Helen. So we're going to start here with a little give-and-go action. Helen kicks steer out in the corner, right back to Helen, who scores the deuce. And then here a little bit later, a steal, jumps the passing lane, goes the length of the floor, one-on-one. Nice jump stop, puts it up high off the glass and scores. Helen leading all scorers for, well, I should say Lincoln scorers here in the first half, as she has 7 of Lincoln's 10 points. And now another part of the Johnson's Accounting and Tax LLC halftime show. We've got a little tail of the tape here for you. Some stats from the first half. Obviously, all of this is unofficial. Green Ridge shooting the ball better than Lincoln. Lincoln getting up more shots. However, rebounding pretty close, and Lincoln slightly winning that turnover department. So, as you can see, it's been a tightly contested game, and we knew that it would. Talking with both coaches, they felt that this would be a competitive game, and one of the storylines I think that's pretty clear is you've just got two really young teams out here. You've got a team in Green Ridge starting 4 sophomores and a junior, or excuse me, 4 sophomores and a junior, and don't have any seniors on the team. And then in Lincoln, you know, a lot of sophomore and freshman contributors out there for them. They do have a couple of seniors, but, you know, a lot of young girls out there for them. So we are going to step aside here for the final 90 seconds of the halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter shortly.
Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt property. We all Team Store can help you. Call us today. We are sponsored by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. We're also sponsored by WK's family of dealerships. WK, a name we all know, owned by a family we all grew up with, now open at 4 locations in Sedalia and Boonville, featuring a great inventory of new Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge vehicles, as well as high-quality used vehicles. At WK, they have combined their service, collision, and detailing departments with a great variety of American-made vehicles to be the #1 stop in your search for a new vehicle.
Lincoln going to start with the basketball here in the third quarter. Green Ridge starting in that 1-3-1, trying to create some trapping opportunities. Gillespie going to try a 3 out of the corner. It's off the mark, but Pinnell's there to clean things up. DeVore tips Pinnell's pass away. Now a 1-on-3 all the way to the cup, and she scores over Eckhoff after the Pinnell turnover. I'd like to see Addison Pinnell try and shoot that shot there. Green Ridge pretty much leaving her wide open. Harvey just throws it to the other team. And DeVore gets a steal and then is fouled by Eckhoff. That's her third. So Eckhoff will take a seat, as will Pinnell. Lincoln out in a zone pressure look again. Kind of a 2-2-1 it looks like. Wow, nice pass inside the box. Box is going to score as Lincoln defenders are falling everywhere. I think that was Donaldson on that entry. That was a heck of a pass. Ball deflected out of bounds and will stay on the Lincoln side. Year Out loses it. Box ends up with it. And Greenridge now looking to build on a 7-point lead that they've created. DeVores turns it over. And you knew with these two young teams that it was going to be a matter of who shot themselves in the foot less. Both teams prone to turnovers, both teams inexperienced. Harvey loses it. Gillespie, neither shot will go, but 2 offensive rebounds here. Now Mellon in trouble. Wide open is Helland. Her shot's off the mark. Lincoln getting really 2 good shots out of those 3, but just unable to score the basketball. DeVores, left wing, inside. And now Donaldson tries a short jumper. That's off the mark. Mellon picks up her dribble. Now Year Out. Tough pass and catch there. Lincoln letting Greenridge really extend them out further than they're comfortable being. Year Out gets inside. She's blocked. Donaldson rebound. Lincoln needs to not foul here. Good hands there by Gillespie. They're going to call a jump ball. .450 left to play here in the third quarter. The score was 13-10 at half. Since then, it's been all Greenridge. Mellon had it for a moment. Ball is loose. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on Gillespie. That'll be her second foul and the second team foul here in the third quarter against the Cardinals. Helland now with a steal. She's out in front, jump stop, good control there by Helland, and that is something, a skill that she's developed here in this year. Obviously got a lot of varsity time last year as a freshman and had a tendency on those fast breaks to get a little out of control, but they're good control. Cuts the lead to 5. She's got 9 on the game, and on the other end, DeVores travels. And Lincoln here with an opportunity to make this a one-possession game. Pennell wide open in the corner. Harvey now dribbles inside, dribble pull up, it's off the mark. And Helland there picks up a foul. That's going to be Rebecca Helland's second foul and the third team foul here against the Cardinals with half the quarter left to play. This zone defense here out of Lincoln's been causing trouble for the Greenridge Tigers. Mellon steals it and then steps on the out-of-bounds line. So 2 quick turnovers there. That turnover on Greenridge is the 15th of the game here. LC box blocked by Mellon, gets her own miss. And if Rivas has the ball up there, Lincoln needs to get a hand in her face. She's hit a couple contested threes. Now, ooh, good job by Harvey to close that distance because Rivas was putting that thing up. Good hands by Pennell. Lincoln with another steal out of that zone pressure. Helen on the block, goes up, nice. Scores over Eddington. Helen has 4 straight points for Lincoln. And now tips a pass, unable to corral it. And timely timeout by Coach Hayden Doan as Rebecca Helen was about to force a jump ball. I didn't see. Is that a 30-second timeout? Okay, we're going to step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be back shortly on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network.
Lincoln Realty has been serving Lincoln and all of West Central Missouri for 70 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, farm, recreational, or lake property you're after, Lacey and her team have you covered. Give them a call today at 660-547-3535 or stop by the office located at 546 North Highway 65 in Lincoln.
Back here from State Fair Community College, we're over halfway through. Oh, looked like an over and back there by Greenridge. Off the inbound. Lincoln now, I think, in a 2-3. Rivas just gets lower than the low man there on the zone, scores 2. Pinnell nearly turned it over, probably drug her foot, and then threw it at the outstretched hands of Emery Cannon. Cannon deflects it out of bounds. Coach Bryant going to put Year out in. Year out throws it away, but comes back to her. Gillespie steps into a long 3-point shot. It's off the mark. And I think I would like to see these Lincoln Cardinals crash the boards a little bit harder. The only one down low rebounding there is Helland. Nearly out-rebounded 3 Greenridge Tigers, but the rest of the Lincoln Cardinals just standing around the 3-point line watching. So this whole time, this zone might have been a 2-3. Cannon nearly throws it away. Helen does not need to foul. Box. Knocked over by Mellon. Rivas over to Box. Box has trouble with it, saves it back off of Gillespie. And it'll be Greenridge basketball. DeVore's out of the corner. 3-point shot from straight on. Hits the rim a few times, but doesn't go in. Rivas gets it out to Cannon. Her shot also off the mark. Harvey out to Year out, and Lincoln has it cleared. That was Caitlin Hiller on the 3-point try, and now Year out, Mellon on the other end floats one up. That ball tickled the twine. She was fouled, and now Mellon at the line with an opportunity to cut this to a 2-point game. Been a pretty back and forth third quarter so far. Mellon swishes it, and the lead is now 2. Coach Bryant wants a 60-second timeout this time for Lincoln. We're going to step aside. We'll be back shortly.
The podcast is sponsored by Shirley's Highway Cafe. Shirley's Highway Cafe serves a full breakfast and lunch menu from 6 to 2 Sunday through Friday and from 6 to noon on Saturdays. For breakfast, try a good old-fashioned omelet or the biscuits and gravy. For lunch, they've got the best country fried steak and mashed potatoes around. Shirley's Highway Cafe is located on Highway 65 in Lincoln, so give them a try on your next trip through town or call them for carryout at 660-547-3500. This broadcast is also sponsored by Veracruz Trace. Veracruz Trace Mexican Restaurant in Lincoln delivers local and delicious Mexican cuisine served by their welcoming and caring staff. They are open from 11 to 9 on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and from 11 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Stop by at 455 North Highway 65 in Lincoln, or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-0315.
Okay, we are back here about to kick off the fourth quarter of what's been a great game between two evenly matched teams. Lincoln going to start the quarter with Harvey, Helland, Mellon, Yearout, and Gillespie. Lincoln extending that zone pressure out to three-quarter court. Oh, it's still the third quarter. You're right. My apologies. There are 70 seconds left here in the third quarter. Greenridge turns it over again. Helland and Harvey 2-on-1 with DeVores. Back over to Harvey. Nice looking fast break for the Lincoln Cardinals, and they've tied the game. Lincoln's been on a run here. Yearout takes it away, then draws the foul. Coach Bryant emphatically calls out one shot to his team. That foul on the other end by Rivas was her third. Lincoln has absolutely not executed in this situation maybe a single time all year long. Harvey thought about the three, then remembered her coach's words. Can Lincoln possess this basketball for 45 seconds without turning it over while also getting a shot at the end of the quarter here? If they can, it would be huge. Mellon working out of the corner here. Goes around Rivas, floats it up, and it falls in after hitting the near side of the rim. And that was a case of Lincoln executing. Good job by the Lady Cards as they storm back. An 11-2 run to close the third quarter. And their first lead in quite some time. We're going to step aside for another commercial break. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this.
Premier Automotive is proud to support Lincoln Athletics. Since 1993, Premier Automotive has been serving Central Missouri and the surrounding areas. Those 30 years of service make Fred & Company one of the most reliable and experienced used car dealers around. Go check out Premier Automotive's diverse selection of clean, pre-inspected cars, trucks, and SUVs located on the east side of 65 Highway in the heart of Lincoln, or give them a call today at 660-776-2019. We're also supported by the Lincoln Booster Club. If you haven't picked out your Lincoln Cardinal gear yet, be sure to reach out to the Lincoln Booster Club. Wearing Booster Club gear is another way to show the players and cheerleaders the support they deserve. The money raised from the Booster Club goes back into the athletic department to enhance their experience. Don't forget to pick up a program to help identify the kids out on the court, and be sure to support those sponsors in our community that back Lincoln Athletic.
Okay, so I mistakenly said we were opening the fourth quarter just a moment ago. Now we are for real. 8 minutes to play. In regulation, Lincoln stormed back to close the third quarter, due in large part to 8 points from Alyssa Mellon. I believe Helland also has 10. Helland over to Yearout. Yearout shoots it from 15, off the mark. Lincoln doing a good job team rebounding. Helland's follow shot won't go. Helland, just an ill-advised foul there. If you've watched this broadcast before, you know I love Helland's intensity, rebounding and playing defense, but that one there, just not a good foul, especially now that she's got three. And with 3 fouls, it's hard to play the way you want to. DeVores wide open. That shot's off. Good rebound by Mellon. She draws the foul. So the foul on this end is going to go against Emery Cannon. Sophomore guard, her third, and the first team foul for Greenridge. Lincoln now on offense, appearing more patient. Harvey, high post, over to Gillespie, three-point shot off the mark. Cannon rebound. Gillespie 0 for 3 from downtown here. DeVores just floats it up. Lincoln comes away with it. Harvey gets credit for a steal. Harvey loses it. DeVores now a 1-on-2. Ooh, does the split somehow. Doesn't get called for a travel, but then throws it back. Mellon takes it away. Cannon fouls. That'll be her 4th. LC Box will come on for Cannon. She's got to take a seat with 4 fouls, 6.5 to play. 21-19. Lincoln closed the third quarter with an 11-2 run. Mellon gets inside and called for the travel. Lincoln again extending this 2-2-1 up to three-quarter court. Rivas has been quiet here for a quarter and a half. I expect her to be on the attack here in the fourth quarter. And DeVores double dribbles right in front of seasoned official Dennis Hagedorn. Mellon weaves through traffic. Nice dump off to Gillespie, and that one rattles in. A highlight play there for Mellon and Gillespie. Rivas working against Helland. Now DeVores. Rivas left 2 open, in my opinion. Lucky break there for Lincoln that she misses. LC Box gets the rebound. That ball sat on the rim for about 5 seconds before falling through. And the lead is back to 2. Ooh. Helen whistled for a walk. That's Rebecca Helen's first turnover in the game. Ball screen. Rivas just lost it. Gets it back. Throws it off a year out. It stays in bounds. DeVores looked like it was blocked. Mellon has it. Dribbles into a double team. Somehow gets through it. Throws it up to LC Box, who takes it away. She thought about throwing it off of Helen for a second. An eclectic pace here for these two teams. DeVores, ooh, lost her footing. Hiller inside the box. She is fouled, and we'll see 2 free throws. That's Caden Box, the older of the 2 box girls on the floor for Green Ridge right now. Joined by Caitlin Hiller, Mackenzie DeVores, and Santana Rivas. Pinnell's going to come on for Helland. On the floor for Lincoln now after the substitution, Pinnell, Harvey, Mellon, Yearout, and Gillespie. Bank shot on the free throw for Caden Box, and the lead is now 1. Pinnell inside to Gillespie. Gillespie is fouled. Yearout gets around her defender. Her shot won't go. A little trouble with the rebound there for the Tigers, and it will be Lincoln basketball. Harvey dribbles into a three-point shot and cans it. Big time shot there for Cadence Harvey. Her shot had not been falling from downtown. She was 0 for 3 before she took that one. Unofficially, she's got 5 points here, and Lincoln's lead is 4. Hiller over to Box. Mellon bumped her. Box going to try one from 15. She gets it to go. And now all of a sudden, both teams able to get some jump shots to fall. We've got a timeout, a short timeout by Greenridge. And we're going to step aside for some words from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Podcast is supported by Denny's Construction Solutions. Wally and his crew offer many services. At the top of the list is excavation and general contracting. They will build from the ground up. But that's not all. They offer site clearing, site prep, concrete flat work, and more. If you've got a problem that could require a skid steer, excavator, or jackhammer, Denny's Construction has the solution. Call them today at 660-596-9992.
After the 30-second timeout by Greenridge, Lincoln will have the basketball up 2, 3:39 to play. New group on the floor for Lincoln, mostly the same, but Eckhoff is in for year out. Mellon splits the double team, floats it up off the mark. Difficult shot there for Mellon. Rivas crosses over in front of Eckhoff. Eckhoff fouls her. That's going to be Emery Eckhoff's 4th foul. And the 3rd team foul by the Cardinals. Both teams with 3 team fouls here. Hiller inside, throws opposite to DeVores, but it's tipped away. Last touch by Harvey. Mellon has a steal and then loses it. Bumped knees there with Caitlin Hiller, but appears to be okay. Box to box inside. And the younger of the two, LC Box, with the shot attempt, is fouled. So she's going to see 2 free throws. That's going to be Alyssa Mellon's 2nd foul and the 4th team foul against Lincoln. So no more to give from Lincoln. The next time they foul, Greenridge will be shooting 2 due to the new free throw shooting rule here in Missouri. Box is off on the first. 2nd is up and no good. Long rebound. Mellon had trouble with it, fighting for position with Cannon. And Cannon's effort keeps the possession alive here as it was last touched by Mellon. Emery Eckhoff tipped it away, but this is again going to go out of bounds. And one of those rare things there where Eckhoff and Mellon both had the right idea. Mellon was probably going to pick that off, and Eckhoff actually tipped it out to where nobody could catch it. Box goes baseline, runs into Gillespie. DeVores now working out of the corner. Back to Rivas, who gets inside. Her shot's off. Eckhoff comes away with a rebound and immediately puts it on the floor. She is going to draw the foul, and now Greenridge no longer has a foul to give. Coach Bryant going to get Helland on for Eckhoff, and you're out on for Pinnell. And Helland going to run point guard here to set things up. McKenzie, you're out. Ill-advised pass inside, stolen by Rivas. Mellon fouls 90 feet from the basket. And Lincoln here with back-to-back bad decisions. Going to give Greenridge an opportunity to shoot 2 in a 2-point ball game. And Rivas, an all-district, all-conference player from a year ago, Coach Doan says she's poised to get honors again this year as she bricks the first free throw. Coming into tonight's contest, averaging 12 points per game, 4 assists per game, and 5 rebounds per game. Second one is also off the mark. Gillespie rebound. Good patience there by Harvey. Good pass fake and bounce pass by Year Out. I think Lincoln should still be looking to score the basketball. Helen loses it. Her second turnover there. Good hands by Elsie Box. Rivas going right at Harvey. Flips it up, scores, and now has an opportunity to give Greenridge their first lead since about the 70-minute mark of the 70-second mark of the third quarter. She sinks the free throw after missing back-to-back free throws on her last trip, and now 27-26, a minute 35 to play. Coach Brett Bryant going to go with a 60-second timeout. We'll do the same, honor a couple of our sponsors, and we'll be back here for the last 90 seconds of this game shortly.
Cardinal Sports Network is also sponsored by Sedalia Rental and Supply. Sedalia Rental and Supply is located on 50 Highway in Sedalia, Missouri. Todd and his knowledgeable crew have served West Central Missouri as a one-stop shop for all your equipment rental and party supply needs since 1994. If they don't have it, you probably didn't need it. Call Sedalia Rental and Supply today at 660-826-8188 to see how they can help you complete your next project. Speaking of projects, we are also sponsored by City Electric Supply. If you're an electrician, plumber, or just a DIYer, you need to go to City Electric Supply in Warsaw. They have the largest selection of both tools and supplies available in the Lake area. See Dustin or any one of his experienced associates, and they will find just the item that you need. City Electric Supply in Warsaw, 660-900-3512.
Okay, both teams getting a lot of coaching here out of the timeout. Both Greenridge and Lincoln excited at the prospect of moving on to the consolation game here in the 2024 Kaysinger Conference Tournament. Gillespie inside, steps on the out of bounds line, and now 3 possessions in a row for Lincoln end in a turnover. Lincoln gonna run and jump here. DeVores back to Rivas. The double is here, Helland and Harvey. Now Coach Doan going to call a timeout. He also is going to go with a 60-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Some dirt work, a building pad, or perhaps a complete septic system? Call Chris and Austin at Midmo Dirt and Septic. They have experience in all types of dirt work and are certified and licensed septic system installers. They're also offering concrete flat work, so give this father and son team a call at 660-723-6958 or at 660-221-0681. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228.
Okay, after the full timeout for Greenridge, going to stack on the side here. We'll see what these coaches have drawn up out of the back-to-back timeouts. Will Lincoln come back up and trap with only a minute 10 seconds left? They do. Good job by Lincoln not to foul there. Now can Greenridge possess the basketball for this long without turning it over? We're under a minute. Coach Bryant now calling the foul. Harvey fouls Rivas, and she's going to see two as neither team have a foul to give. On the floor for the Cardinals, Helland, Mellon, Harvey, Yearout, Gillespie. Rivas sinks the first. And the second, and it's a three-point game, 29-26. I can't imagine Coach Bryant. Yikes, Yearout turns it over. A split trip there for Rivas. Yearout pulls down the rebound, and Coach Bryant wants to talk things over as they find themselves now down 4 with 32.3 seconds remaining. We're going to step aside here for a couple words from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Broadcast is sponsored by Shelter Insurance. Play ball with an insurance team that wins. The Lee and Beeman Agency has terrific customer service, policies you can count on, and rates that won't break the bank. Call the Lee and Beeman Agency today at 660-547-0099 for a free quote. You'll be glad you did. We're also sponsored by Tolliver's Tire and Towing. In need of tire or automotive repair? Perhaps you've been in an accident and need a tow. Try Tolliver's Tire and Towing. Their knowledgeable repair crew and round-the-clock towing service can get you out of any pinch. For a tow, call 660-287-4849. Gallo Supply is your local solution for all household and industrial cleaning supplies. From can liners to soaps to copying or toilet paper, Gallo Supply has what you need. Brett at Gallo can provide a friendly and personal touch that other larger companies just can't. He can ship directly to your door when you order using their fast and easy website, so whether you're in need of residential or commercial Jan Sand supplies, visit GALLOsupply.com or email sales@gallosupply.com for bulk prices.
Lincoln inbounds the basketball to Mellon, who misses a three-point shot. Gillespie misses a two-point try. And Gillespie now fouls Rivas. The winner of this contest will play tomorrow at 6 p.m. here at State Fair Community College for the consolation game. Rivas misses the first. And the second. Mellon on the offensive here. Kicks out to Harvey. 3-point from the corner, off the mark. Now Mellon inside, floats it up. That shot's off the mark. Helland had it, taken away by Rivas. And Rivas can just run the clock out here. Lincoln's not going to foul. And a good fourth quarter for Greenridge propels them forward in the loser's side of the 2024 Kaysinger Conference Tournament, on the girls' side, that is. So as we wrap up here, we'll talk about Community National Bank and Trust, the sponsor of our post-game show. Leading the way in scoring for the Cardinals, Rebecca Helland had 11. We've got her unofficially at 4 rebounds and 5 steals. Alyssa Mellon also had 5 steals to go with her 8 points. Cadence Harvey scored 5 for the Cardinals, and Danica Gillespie rounded things out with 2 points. So the Lincoln Cardinal girls are done for the 2024 Kaysinger Conference Tournament. I think we do have one replay, though, from that second half. I'd like to see that assist. Yeah, that one right there. Let's see that one. Back that up for me just a little bit. Mellon comes in, nice dump off to the block. Gillespie gets a little help from the rim, but gets it to fall. That's your Estes drive-in replay cam. We appreciate their support as we do Community National Bank and Trust, the post-game sponsor for tonight's broadcast. We're going to step aside here for a few minutes and get collected for the second half of the broadcast. That's going to be the Lincoln Cardinals boys, the 8-seeded Lincoln Cardinals boys, taking on the 5-seeded Northwest Mustangs. We'll be back in about 8 minutes here, and we'll be bringing you the second half of tonight's broadcast. Stick with us.
Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack is a full-service print shop and apparel brand that is set up to print any and all wearable or promotional items that you may need. We can help you grow your brand and business by providing you with quality products and prints, all for a fair price. After working with us, you will find that our customer service and attention to detail is unrivaled. Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit with a team member, call us at 660-776-2021. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack, we make printing easy. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228. Us here at Spooky Bear Media would like to give a huge thanks to Johnson's Accounting for making this broadcast and others like it possible. Johnson's Accounting and Tax Service LLC has been serving the Lincoln community and its surrounding area for over 55 years. Lori and her team offer monthly business services such as sales tax, payroll, preparation of financial statements, and much more. They can easily set up a new business or an LLC. If you're in need of a tax return, Johnson's Accounting handles personal, small business, partnership, and corporate returns. For Johnson's Accounting, no business is too large or too small. They can handle them all. So give them a call at 660-547-3332 and see what they can do for you. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Estes Drive-In. If you're looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat, Estes Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with Estes Drive-In. Stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516. Are you missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. They're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Stop by and see them at 101 South 65 Highway in Lincoln or 1695 Hilltop Drive in Warsaw. Your community, your bank, your relationship. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Lincoln Realty has been serving Lincoln and all of West Central Missouri for 70 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, farm, recreational, or lake property you're after, Lacey and her team have you covered. Give them a call today at 660-547-3535 or stop by the office located at 546 North Highway 65 in Lincoln. This broadcast is supported by Denny's Construction Solutions. Wally and his crew offer many services. At the top of the list is excavation and general contracting. They will build from the ground up. But that's not all. They offer site clearing, site prep, concrete flat work, and more. If you've got a problem that could require a skid steer, excavator, or jackhammer, Denny's Construction has the solution. Call them today at 660-596-9992. Need some dirt work, a building pad, or perhaps a complete septic system? Call Chris and Austin at Midmo Dirt and Septic. They have experience in all types of dirt work and are certified and licensed septic system installers. They're also offering concrete flat work, so give this father and son team a call at 660-723-6958 or at 660-221-0681. Gallo Supply is your local solution for all household and industrial cleaning supplies. From can liners to soaps to copying or toilet paper, Gallo Supply has what you need. Brett at Gallo can provide a friendly and personal touch that other larger companies just can't. He can ship directly to your door when you order using their fast and easy website, so whether you're in need of residential or commercial Jan Sand supplies, visit GALLOsupply.com or email sales@gallosupply.com for bulk prices. Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack now offers custom online stores. These team stores, as we like to call them, are an easy way to get your community or organization into the newest gear. We process and bag every order, and we can even ship it directly to your customers. This process provides a perfect way for booster clubs, sports teams, and other extracurricular clubs or programs to raise money. Why hassle with paper order forms or big companies with long lead times and no personal touch when Spooky Bear can make fundraising easy? Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit more about how a team store can help you, call us today at 660-776-2021. We are sponsored by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. We're also sponsored by WK's family of dealerships. WK, a name we all know, owned by a family we all grew up with, now open at 4 locations in Sedalia and Boonville, featuring a great inventory of new Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge vehicles, as well as high-quality used vehicles. At WK, they have combined their service, collision, and detailing departments with a great variety of American-made vehicles to be the #1 stop in your search for a new vehicle. Browse their selection of new and used vehicles today at WKFamily.com. This broadcast is sponsored by Shirley's Highway Cafe. Shirley's Highway Cafe serves a full breakfast and lunch menu from 6 to 2 Sunday through Friday and from 6 to noon on Saturdays. For breakfast, try a good old-fashioned omelet or the biscuits and gravy. For lunch, they've got the best country fried steak and mashed potatoes around. Shirley's Highway Cafe is located on Highway 65 in Lincoln, so give them a try on your next trip through town or call them for carryout at 660-547-3500. This broadcast is also sponsored by Veracruz Trace. Veracruz Trace Mexican Restaurant in Lincoln delivers local and delicious Mexican cuisine served by their welcoming and caring staff. They are open from 11 to 9 on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and from 11 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Stop by at 455 North Highway 65 in Lincoln or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-0315. Premier Automotive is proud to support Lincoln Athletics. Since 1993, Premier Automotive has been serving Central Missouri and the surrounding areas. Those 30 years of service make Fred & Company one of the most reliable and experienced used car dealers around. Go check out Premier Automotive's diverse selection of clean, pre-inspected cars, trucks, and SUVs located on the east side of 65 Highway in the heart of Lincoln, or give them a call today at 660-776-2019. We're also supported by the Lincoln Booster Club. If you haven't picked out your Lincoln Cardinal gear yet, be sure to reach out to the Lincoln Booster Club. Wearing Booster Club gear is another way to show the players and cheerleaders the support they deserve. The money raised from the Booster Club goes back into the athletic department to enhance their experience. Don't forget to pick up a program to help identify the kids out on the court, and be sure to support those sponsors in our community that back Lincoln Athletics. The Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network is also sponsored by Sedalia Rental and Supply. Sedalia Rental and Supply is located on 50 Highway in Sedalia, Missouri. Todd and his knowledgeable crew have served West Central Missouri as a one-stop shop for all your equipment rental and party supply needs since 1994. If they don't have it, you probably didn't need it. Call Sedalia Rental and Supply today at 660-826-8188 to see how they can help you complete your next project. Speaking of projects, we are also sponsored by City Electric Supply. If you're an electrician, plumber, or just a DIYer, you need to go to City Electric Supply in Warsaw. They have the largest selection of both tools and supplies available in the Lake area. See Dustin or any one of his experienced associates, and they will find just the item that you need. City Electric Supply in Warsaw, 660-900-3512. This broadcast is sponsored by Shelter Insurance. Play ball with an insurance team that wins. The Lee and Beeman Agency has terrific customer service, policies you can count on, and rates that won't break the bank. Call the Lee and Beeman Agency today at 660-547-0099 for a free quote. You'll be glad you did. We're also sponsored by Tolliver's Tire and Towing. In need of tire or automotive repair? Perhaps you've been in an accident and need a tow. Try Tolliver's Tire and Towing. Their knowledgeable repair crew and round-the-clock towing service can get you out of any pinch. For a tow, call 660-287-4849. Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear Shirt Shack.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the second part of tonight's broadcast. The Lincoln Cardinal boys taking on the Mustangs from Northwest. First, a look at the starters from Northwest. At guard, senior Jason Boss. Number 4, Elliot Nieders, a sophomore guard. On the wings, Clay Crooker, number 5, and Tanner Johnson, number 13. And then senior number 10, Owen Catan, in the middle. For the Lincoln Cardinals, number 4, Dawson Parrott, number 10, Xavier Smith, number 2, Riley Sanders, number 0, Camden Everhart, and number 35, Big Ben Eckhoff. I am joined here for the second half of our broadcast by Brett Bryant. He just got done coaching the girls' basketball game. We'll get into that here shortly as we have the rare opportunity to get to talk to the coach that just coached live on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. In the center circle for the Cardinals, Ben Eckhoff. And inside for Northwest is going to be Owen Catan. Now, Brett, did you happen to catch this game when these two faced off in the Otterville tournament?
I did not, but I heard it was a pretty close game. I think it came down to single digits.
Yes, I believe Lincoln won by 4, and they may have needed an overtime to get that done. No, it was 50-46 in regulation.
Yeah, that was a big win at the time for the Cardinals.
Can you hear Brett? He has talked. Okay, we apologize. Some technical difficulties here. If you can't hear Brett after all, please send a comment to the chat. We're having trouble monitoring it on our end. So to start, Lincoln has a basket. And now on this end, going to be Northwest basketball.
Yeah, Lincoln picked up after the made basket in a full court 2-2-1 press and dropped back into zone, something that you don't really see a whole lot from Coach Berkey. And I think that, that's an adjustment that's made coming into the conference tournament, trying to advance. If you don't win, you don't get to advance, and you're done. You win, you get to play for consolation.
Wow. Heck of a shot there by Camden Everhart. Could have possibly been fouled. And swishes the 3. Lincoln off to a hot 5-0 start.
Lincoln has been executing very well against that zone. Northwest playing that zone.
Camden Everhart was the shooter on the other end. So they're going to whistle Riley Sanders for a foul here. Coach Rick Mills going to pull his team to the side.
Coach Mills been going at it for a long time, Lane. If you look in the conference championships, I believe there's some back in the 80s where Coach Mills was the head coach at either Lamont, maybe Green Ridge, and he's still getting after it.
You're right, 1979 and 80.
He also
81.
He won one with Green Ridge in 2004. I was the manager on that team.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He's ran the flex offense, I think, for 100 years, and, they execute it very well. And, as a coach, you get stuck in your ways. If it works, keep doing it.
Absolutely. Tough transition look there for the Mustangs off the turnover. However, Lincoln can't corral the rebound, and it's going to be Northwest basketball. Neters picks it up against Sanders. Boss working out of the corner, checked by Parrott. Lincoln guarding that flex with man defense. Boss's jump shot won't go. Eckhoff's got a rebound.
You know, the flex has so many scoring options that you have to be aware of. Obviously, you have the flex cut you're looking for. You're looking for the elbow jumper. But some people, you know, that run the flex, they'll spread you out, and they'll even run the flex from the three-point line to where they spread you out real wide, and they get that flex cut off a sprint. Very tough to defend.
Elbow jumper on the other end for Sanders won't go. Boss had the rebound. Good hands by Sanders, just being pesky against Neters. And coming into the game, Lincoln 5-12, Northwest 14-5. Northwest the 5 seed in this tournament, while Lincoln's the 8 seed. These two teams competing to see who will move on for the consolation game in the losers bracket. That game will take place here at State Fair Community College tomorrow at 7:30.
Pretty competitive tournament so far, Lane, with Colcamp going down as the number 1 seed. You know, that's this conference, the Kaysinger Conference for the men's side, has been pretty competitive all season.
And just wide open.
It is very wide open. I mean, there's no clear cut. You know, right. Seeding 1 through about 7 was pretty difficult to seed.
Right. Johnson had a really good look. Sorry, that's Catan. Catan had a really good look at it there from close range. Couldn't get it to go. That foul will be against Tanner Johnson there. Now, while we were talking, Brett, Riley Sanders picked up his second foul. So Sanders on the bench with a quick 2 fouls. And Chase Young on the floor as Parrott will try a 3 from the corner. He splashes it. Assist goes to Xavier Smith. Smith immediately turns around and fouls.
You know, Sanders being in foul trouble really hurts the Cardinals. And the same thing happened in the second game against the Colcamp Bluebirds, except it was both Eckhoff and Sanders in foul trouble. You know, you start going deep into your bench and mixing guys up, you know, problems can start to happen. Luckily, Coach Berkey has shook his lineup up so many times this season, you know, that everyone's pretty well aware of what's going on.
Right. Lincoln now giving a zone look, extending pressure out well beyond the 3-point line. Neters over to Boss. Inside to Catan. Nice pass there. Big man to big man. That was Tanner Johnson getting credit for an assist. Xavier Smith inside, in trouble now, needs to find an outlet. And the call is 3 seconds.
I like the initial move to get to the point. You know, you just get trapped, especially in those 2-3 zones. You got help coming from all angles.
Lincoln full court pressure here, trying to trap the corners. Boss gets it across the timeline. Boss inside, drops it down to Catan, blows the layup. Catan on the follow, and 1. So Catan misses a bunny, gets his own rebound, puts it right back up. That foul they actually called against Everhart, his first. Lincoln already with 4 team fouls with 3:15 left to play. I'm sorry, that was the first team foul. No, I think they put that point on the wrong side on the scoreboard. You're good. They gave that point to the wrong team. So it is 4 team fouls against Lincoln. Northwest in a 2-3 zone here on this end. Lincoln trying to get the ball inside to Eckhoff. Young to Everhart, now Smith. Everhart, corner three, wide open, off the mark. That's a good shot if you're Lincoln.
That's a very good shot.
Especially against this zone defense that's really trying to keep Eckhoff away from the basketball. Boss's three-point shot is off.
Yeah, that's about all you can ask for. Penetrate the zone and get a kick. You knock them down, it's great. If you don't, you live with it.
Young gets it to Everhart at the high post. Young just lost it. Neters has it. Ball's still loose. And Coach Mills going to get a timeout. We'll see a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back shortly on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network. Us here at Spooky Bear Media would like to give a huge thanks to Johnson's Accounting for making this broadcast and others like it possible. Johnson's Accounting and Tax Service LLC has been serving the Lincoln community and its surrounding area for over 55 years. Lori and her team offer monthly business services such as sales tax, payroll, preparation of financial statements, and much more. They can easily set up a new business or an LLC. If you're in need of a tax return, Johnson's Accounting handles personal, small business, partnership, and corporate returns. For Johnson's Accounting, no business is too large or too small. They can handle them all. So give them a call at 660-547-3332 and see what they can do for you. Us here at Spooky Bear Media would like to give a... Okay, back here after the 30-second timeout. Lincoln on top, 8-7. Lincoln has done some substituting as senior Zayden Cole and sophomore Braden Benham come on the floor. Owen Catan, nice right-hand hook shot over Eckhoff. Benham going to try a three from the right wing. Parrott, offensive rebound. Eckhoff is fouled.
I like the move to bring in Benham. Benham's shown he can hit that three, and if he gets hot, he can really hit it. Same with Cole.
Cole actually has the highest three-point shooting percentage on the team this season at 29%. So not a very good three-point shooting team.
Right.
Is Lincoln. Boss takes it away on the Cole pass. Left-hand layup over Cole won't go. Neters there to clean things up with an offensive board and putback. And now Northwest's lead is 3.
Going back to that turnover from Cole Lane, those are the turnovers that are just head scratchers. You know, you're trying to make a guard to wing pass and you throw it away. Unforced, you're not feeling any pressure. You know, those are the ones that over the course of the game you start to look and the score gets inflated. You're like, you chip away at those turnovers. You reduce those, you know, you got a different ball game.
Right.
I think with youth and inexperience, being comfortable with the basketball is why they're trying to do that.
And a tremendous take to the hole by Parrott. There as he scores on the right side off the glass. 8 on the clock. Parrott now takes it away, saves it in bounds. 5 on the clock. Benham needs to push. Gonna try a long three and put it up there a little hard. But Lincoln really down the stretch there doing what they needed to get back to a 1-point game. With the first quarter break, we are going to honor a few of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack now offers custom online stores. These team stores, as we like to call them, are an easy way to get your community or organization into the newest gear. We process and bag every order, and we can even ship it directly to your customers. This process provides a perfect way for booster clubs, sports teams, and other extracurricular clubs or programs to raise money. Why hassle with paper order forms or big companies with long lead times and no personal touch when Spooky Bear can make fundraising easy? Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit more about how a team store can help you, call us today at 660-776-2021.
Okay, to start the second quarter, we're going to take advantage of having Coach Bryant here and talk a little bit about that game that we just watched. You know, you closed out the third quarter with a tremendous run. You probably haven't been told this, but you closed the third quarter on an 11-2 run. You were down 17-10. You ended that quarter up 21-19. Then in that fourth quarter, it was back and forth. Greenridge started to make a couple shots. Lincoln started to turn the ball over a little bit. Anything, any positives or anything we can take from that game, even though you didn't come out the victor, as Parrott gets to the cup and is fouled?
Good take there.
Now, sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, there was a lot of positives. I mean, you know, we competed for 4 quarters. You know, we didn't hang our heads when we got down 7. I started trapping a little bit, picking up the pressure. They did really well with that. You know, it's just one of those things that we're so young, being able to play a complete game has really been something that's kind of bit us this year. You know, also just having awareness for 4 quarters.
Right.
Understanding situational awareness. Understanding the difference between a good shot and a bad shot.
Right.
Understanding that, yeah, I really want to get this steal and go, but maybe I just get it and get the possession, and then we run a half-court set. Patience.
Yeah, picking your spots.
We really struggle against zones. That was a 1-3-1. We put in a set to kind of spread it out, look for flashers and cutters. We're still not doing a great job at attacking it off the dribble. That's why you see so much standing. We don't quite have the confidence yet to attack off the dribble. But all in all, we competed, so I'm happy.
Compete, and Greenridge, you know, coming into that game, had earned a higher seed, and it was a good game to watch. Boss just wide open underneath the basket, and he scores 2. We saw some positive things as well. I mean, there were stretches of the game where Lincoln exercised some patience and some composure, and then others where, you know, they were able to get sped up and out of their element a little bit. But one of the storylines of that game is when we went in, we kind of knew, man, just a strong take by Eckhoff working against Johnson. We kind of knew that you just had 2 really young teams going at each other. You know, started 2 sophomores and a freshman. They started 4 sophomores and a junior. You know, and just really young, not much experience on the floor out there, as Coach Rick Mills calls a 30-second timeout for Northwest. But you know, there were some good things, and I think you're pretty spot on about the knowing when to take a shot and when not to, and sometimes, you know, that the right decision wasn't made.
Right.
But we're going to turn the page here to the second half of our broadcast tonight, as these 2 boys teams on the losers side of the bracket fight to pave their way to the consolation game. It will be Northwest basketball.
You can see Lincoln's kind of settled in here with this 2-3 zone. They're starting to get the ball to the high post. They're turning their face and looking for the short corner. One thing that, you know, as a coach and you as a player, you don't want to do against the zone is just settle for the 3 ball. And it's so easy to do that.
Right.
Because the zone is pretty much saying,
you know,
hey, go ahead and shoot this.
Right.
And adjusting your mindset to, hey, maybe we work it a few times, then if it's still there, but we don't want to just start chucking threes.
Right. Lincoln now still in a zone trapping defense. Is this a 2-3, Brett, as Camden Everhart picks off the Crooker pass?
It looks like what I run, and then what I run is a 2-1-2.
But it's all the way, that time, they haven't been extending it all the way to half court all game, but that was very high up into towards the midcourt line.
Yes, and the one that I run is we bring it all the way up with your middleman about foul line, three-point line extended, really trying to keep the offense back.
Right.
And you're not even necessarily looking for traps. You're looking for tips. You're looking for long skips, rush shots.
Nieder's three from the corner off the Boss dish is good. So a 3-point lead for the Mustangs. So pretty different zone defenses on either end.
Yeah, Northwest is saying we're going to beat you by playing inside the three-point line, and we're going to make you shoot it. Lincoln's trying to bring the intensity. And personally, I think zones are fun when they're really aggressive.
Right.
I think it's really fun to watch, the rotations, on-ball pressure.
Oh, nice move by Eckhoff. Nieder's jumped out of his shoes there trying to block that shot. Eckhoff went inside and got fouled.
And I think Eckhoff can get that. If he'll catch at the high post and give him a good, strong pump, I think they'll bite on that. He can go right around and, if anything, get those corner kicks.
I think one of the next things, to be added to his game would be like a 12-foot or a 15-foot jump shot, too.
Absolutely.
Because once you are able to knock that down and be a threat there, guys are really going to start jumping on that.
100%.
Benham attacks out of the corner, jump stop, forces it up, it won't go. That's Tanner Johnson with the rebound.
Cardinals are getting good looks. It's not like the Cardinals are struggling for looks here. It's just they're not falling.
Right.
I mean, they're contested. It's a good job by Northwest, but nonetheless, you hate missing 4- and 6-footers.
Yeah. Boss can't get the three-point shot to go.
Coach Berkey's trying to plead with them to push the ball down the floor.
Benham drives, baseline, reverse layup doesn't go. Nieder's over to Boss. Now Johnson going to try the two-point shot. Good-looking shot from about 18, 20 feet. And the Northwest lead is 5. Boss records another assist. Benham's shot maybe blocked. Boss thought so he saved it.
Once again, not a bad shot. Maybe you want to get a couple more swings around the perimeter,
Yeah.
a couple looks. You're doing the defense a favor when you just make a pass and shoot it.
Right.
That's exactly what they want you to do.
Nieder's elbow. Inside to Catan. He is fouled by Eckhoff. That'll be Eckhoff's first foul and the second team foul against the Cardinals here in the second quarter. Catan smooth on the first.
Something to note, Lane, we haven't seen Sanders for about, 7 game minutes? I don't know exactly.
He's got 2 fouls.
Well, I know, but
he's been out
a long time. I guess as long as you're within striking distance, that's okay.
Right.
Maybe Coach Berkey just wants to get to the second half unless something gets dire here. But that's a good learning curve for Sanders. It's good to learn as a young kid that you got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands.
Blake Lyon on the floor for the Cardinals, along with Chase Young, Dawson Parrott, Xavier Smith, and Ben Eckhoff. Eckhoff, high post. Young underneath, blocked. That's Owen Ork. Nieder's from the corner, off the mark. And Eckhoff has another rebound.
Yep. Eckhoff's going after that ball. He's being strong.
Smith from the corner. Eckhoff, another rebound. Goes right back into the chest of the Northwest Mustangs and scores off the glass.
Strong move.
Yes, sir.
Very strong move. Lincoln back in man. Here you see Northwest running that flex. You see it. It's
very tight.
It's very tight, and they're doing a good job of getting in front of that Lincoln defender.
Catan missed the elbow jump shot, and Eckhoff recorded another rebound. Just loose with the basketball on this end. Smith turns it over. Boss gets it up to Nieders, who scores 2. Looks like we've got a bloody nose here on the court. Catan's going to come off.
Coach Mills was telling the ref before the official timeout to watch the shoulder of Eckhoff. Eckhoff banging in there like the big man's supposed to.
So he's going to come off. I believe Clay Crooker came on in his stead. Parrott wide open from the corner. It was a good seal down low by Chase Young. Nieders inside to Johnson. Man, that's a tough shot.
That's a very tough shot.
Just a hook shot. Kind of flipped it up over Eckhoff, who had a good contest, good positioning. Eckhoff inside, guarded by 4 Mustangs. Xavier Smith stuck his nose in there, might have got kicked in the head.
Looked like he took a knee to the head.
It looked like it. Quick to get up, though. X going to come off the floor for Camden. 42 seconds left here in the first half, and I think Lincoln needs to just get out of this half, get out of this quarter.
I agree.
You know, Northwest coming into the game a much better record, though the head-to-head went Lincoln's way as they beat them in the Otterville tournament back before Christmas, 50-46. Foul against Lincoln here gets the Northwest Mustang crowd excited. That's going to be the 4th team foul against Lincoln, so none to give here in the final 20 seconds, and Ben Eckhoff picked up his 2nd. Lincoln now in that zone, extending up, and Everhart tips it away. He's not going to be able to complete the steal, but gets Northwest out of their rhythm for sure. The run and jump is here. 5 seconds on the clock. Nieders back to Boss, right side. And they're not going to get a shot off as Eckhoff takes it away. So good defense for Lincoln to end the half. But offensively, very much a struggle with Sanders on the bench for the majority of the half.
Yeah, that 2-3 zone, Northwest is running, doing a good job keeping it tight and compact. Eckhoff can't really get going. Lincoln's not hitting any shots, so you're 2 for 2 if you're the Mustangs.
Absolutely. We're going to step aside here and prepare our halftime show. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack is a full-service print shop and apparel brand that is set up to print any and all wearable or promotional items that you may need. We can help you grow your brand and business by providing you with quality products and prints, all for a fair price. After working with us, you will find that our customer service and attention to detail is unrivaled. Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear's Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit with a team member, call us at 660-776-2021. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack, we make printing easy. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty has 14 real estate agents with 275 combined years of real estate experience. Luke and his team are not only experienced, but extremely knowledgeable when it comes to listing your property or helping you find the perfect home. If you're looking to buy a home, commercial property, or land, look no further than Reese Nichols Golden Key Realty. Be sure to visit their website at reesenichols.com or give them a call today at 660-438-7228. Us here at Spooky Bear Media would like to give a huge thanks to Johnson's Accounting for making this broadcast and others like it possible. Johnson's Accounting and Tax Service LLC has been serving the Lincoln community and its surrounding area for over 55 years. Lori and her team offer monthly business services such as sales tax, payroll, preparation of financial statements, and much more. They can easily set up a new business or an LLC. If you're in need of a tax return, Johnson's Accounting handles personal, small business, partnership, and corporate returns. For Johnson's Accounting, no business is too large or too small. They can handle them all. So give them a call at 660-547-3332 and see what they can do for you. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Estes Drive-In. If you're looking for a bite to eat or a tasty treat, Estes Drive-In has you covered. With a wide array of options and friendly service, you can't go wrong with Estes Drive-In. Stop in and eat or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-3516. Are you missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. They're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Stop by and see them at 101 South 65 Highway in Lincoln or 1695 Hilltop Drive in Warsaw. Your community, your bank, your relationship. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Lincoln Realty has been serving Lincoln and all of West Central Missouri for 70 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, farm, recreational, or lake property you're after, Lacey and her team have you covered. Give them a call today at 660-547-3535 or stop by the office located at 546 North Highway 65 in Lincoln. This broadcast is supported by Denny's Construction Solutions. Wally and his crew offer many services. At the top of the list is excavation and general contracting. They will build from the ground up. But that's not all. They offer site clearing, site prep, concrete flat work, and more. If you've got a problem that could require a skid steer, excavator, or jackhammer, Denny's Construction has the solution. Call them today at 660-596-9992. Need some dirt work, a building pad, or perhaps a complete septic system? Call Chris and Austin at Mid-Mo Dirt and Septic. They have experience in all types of dirt work and are certified and licensed septic system installers. They're also offering concrete flat work, so give this father and son team a call at 660-723-6958 or at 660-221-0681. Gallo Supply is your local solution for all household and industrial cleaning supplies. From can liners to soaps to copying or toilet paper, Gallo Supply has what you need. Brett at Gallo can provide a friendly and personal touch that other larger companies just can't. He can ship directly to your door when you order using their fast and easy website, so whether you're in need of residential or commercial Jan Sand supplies, visit GALLOsupply.com or email sales@gallosupply.com for bulk prices. Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack now offers custom online stores. These team stores, as we like to call them, are an easy way to get your community or organization into the newest gear. We process and bag every order, and we can even ship it directly to your customers. This process provides a perfect way for booster clubs, sports teams, and other extracurricular clubs or programs to raise money. Why hassle with paper order forms or big companies with long lead times and no personal touch when Spooky Bear can make fundraising easy? Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit more about how a team store can help you, call us today at 660-776-2021. We are sponsored by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. We're also sponsored by WK's family of dealerships. WK, a name we all know, owned by a family we all grew up with, now open at 4 locations in Sedalia and Boonville, featuring a great inventory of new Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge vehicles, as well as high-quality used vehicles. At WK, they have combined their service, collision, and detailing departments with a great variety of American-made vehicles to be the #1 stop in your search for a new vehicle. Browse their selection of new and used vehicles today at WKFamily.com. This broadcast is sponsored by Shirley's Highway Cafe. Shirley's Highway Cafe serves a full breakfast and lunch menu from 6 to 2 Sunday through Friday and from 6 to noon on Saturdays. For breakfast, try a good old-fashioned omelet or the biscuits and gravy. For lunch, they've got the best country fried steak and mashed potatoes around. Shirley's Highway Cafe is located on Highway 65 in Lincoln, so give them a try on your next trip through town or call them for carryout at 660-547-3500. This broadcast is also sponsored by Veracruz Trace. Veracruz Trace Mexican Restaurant in Lincoln delivers local and delicious Mexican cuisine served by their welcoming and caring staff. They are open from 11 to 9 on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and from 11 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Stop by at 455 North Highway 65 in Lincoln or call ahead for carryout at 660-547-0315. Premier Automotive is proud to support Lincoln Athletics. Since 1993, Premier Automotive has been serving Central Missouri and the surrounding areas. Those 30 years of service make Fred & Company one of the most reliable and experienced used car dealers around. Go check out Premier Automotive's diverse selection of clean, pre-inspected cars, trucks, and SUVs located on the east side of 65 Highway in the heart of Lincoln, or give them a call today at 660-776-2019. We're also supported by the Lincoln Booster Club. If you haven't picked out your Lincoln Cardinal gear yet, be sure to reach out to the Lincoln Booster Club. Wearing Booster Club gear is another way to show the players and cheerleaders the support they deserve. The money raised from the Booster Club goes back into the athletic department to enhance their experience. Don't forget to pick up a program to help identify the kids out on the court, and be sure to support those sponsors in our community that back Lincoln Athletics. The Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network is also sponsored by Sedalia Rental and Supply. Sedalia Rental and Supply is located on 50 Highway in Sedalia, Missouri. Todd and his knowledgeable crew have served West Central Missouri as a one-stop shop for all your equipment rental and party supply needs since 1994. If they don't have it, you probably didn't need it. Call Sedalia.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with just over 2 minutes left before the start of the third quarter for the Johnson's Accounting and Tax LLC halftime show. We're going to start off with the S's Drive-In replay cam replays of the first half. Starting off here, we've got a nice drive by Dawson Parrott to the right side, hangs in the air, banks it in off the glass. And then on the other side, working against this zone defense, Everhart feeds it inside to Eckhoff in a big, strong move at the rim. Now our tail of the tape, if you will, from the first half. Some unofficial stats that we've worked on here in the first half. Northwest obviously shooting the ball quite a bit better than Lincoln from a percentage standpoint, but it's only a few baskets. The rebounding and turnover department also going Northwest way. Slight, but a definite advantage there. Now on to the individual statistics from the first half. Ben Eckhoff 3 for 3 from the floor. He's got 6 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. Of course, guys, folks at home, this is all unofficial. Dawson Parrott also has 6 points, a rebound, and a steal. Camden Everhart's got 3 points, and that's all the scoring Lincoln was able to put up in the first half. So Lincoln definitely going to need to find a way to get more baskets here if they're going to get back into this game. Defensively, they're holding up. Some stats that I was able to attain coming into tonight's game that I haven't talked about quite yet, Brett. Jason Boss, number 3, the leading scorer tonight, or at least it seems, for the Northwest Mustangs. He's averaging 17 points per game coming in tonight. And then up or down around the block, Owen Catan, number 10, he averages 15 points, 10 rebounds. And then the other stat that I was able to get from Northwest, Tanner Johnson averages, that's number 13, Tanner Johnson averages 9 points. So when you take all those things into account, Boss, Catan definitely having an effect, but not dominating on the offensive end by any means.
Right. The Cardinals have been doing a pretty good job defensively. I mean, they're doing the right stuff offensively as well. Getting the ball to the high post, getting kickouts. They just got to get a couple threes to fall.
Great defensive start here for them.
Right.
To your point, a 5-second call.
Well, and I think at halftime, Coach Berkey said we need to crank up the defense intensity. I think he's going to want to try to push the ball because you don't want to go against the set defense.
Right.
You want to get it in transition, see if you can get some gimmies. And Sanders being on the floor is going to help him tremendously.
Sanders is back on the floor with Eckhoff, Everhart, Smith, and Parrott. This 2-3 zone for Northwest still appears to be giving Lincoln some trouble, though. Xavier Smith narrowly avoided a 5-second call there. Everhart thought about the three, gets his defender up in the air, left-handed shot won't go. Eckhoff muscles the ball away from Northwest, throws his back into it.
Good physical play.
And draws the foul.
I'll tell you what, Lane, you know when you're guard number 35, you're going to have your night cut out for you.
Yeah, that turns into a bit of a football game. Eckhoff, though, I do have a stat for Eckhoff, and it's not a great one.
I can hear your tone of voice. That's not going to be a good one.
Ben Eckhoff, 10 points per game, 9 rebounds per game on 51% field goal shooting. Really good.
Really good.
35% from the free throw stripe.
That's not really good.
0 for 2 on that trip.
That is not good, and that's not a knock on Eckhoff. That's just something that if he wants to turn into a real nice player, he's going to have to fix that.
He's got to fix that. Nieder's top of the key, three-point shot, short. Catan gets the offensive rebound.
I was going to say that 10 points per game could be north of 15 to 18 if he's hitting those free throws.
Absolutely, because he gets a lot of opportunities. I don't remember officially, but I want to say he averages like 7 attempts a game. I mean, he gets to the line a lot for a high school basketball player.
I mean, you hit 70%. That's drastically improved.
Yeah. Boss gets inside, just muscles through Everhart. And now Boss, the leading scorer coming into tonight for Northwest, with a bucket in the third quarter. Sanders over to Everhart, open from the corner. Lincoln needed that.
Absolutely. I want to see the drought that the Cardinals have been in. They've been in a scoring drought for minutes.
Well, it has lifted now. Sanders with the assist. A little bit of trouble in the backcourt for Northwest. They get out of it. Catan to the cup, left hand, rattles away. And Everhart knocks it away from Boss to get the rebound. Coach Mills wanted a foul.
You know, you hit a couple more threes or even one more, you can really loosen this defense up. They have to eventually get out and guard you. Ben Eckhoff just working his tail in there, sealing.
He wants it. They're going to get it to him.
You know, if you can see the full front of your teammate's jersey, you probably should try to get him the basketball.
I can agree with that. Lincoln inbounds it underneath the basket. Back over to Sanders in the corner. He's going to try a three. Eckhoff just really affecting things on the offensive rebounding side right now. Parrott wide open. Eckhoff again almost had an offensive rebound.
You know, we talk about the rebounds from Eckhoff. Nice rebound there. We talk about the rebounds from Eckhoff. So much goes into positioning your body, getting lower than the offender, and positioning to secure the rebound. Yes, he's a big physical kid, but he's also working his tail off to get into the right spots.
Yeah, definitely. Sanders skip pass to Everhart. Smith, top of the key, going to drive it and kick it to Parrott. Parrott tries another. That one misses everything. Parrott 1 for 5 from downtown. Boss gets all the way in. Looked like Parrott might have hit the basketball, but he's whistled for a foul. So Boss now with 5 points. Well, 4 here with a chance to make it 5 in the third quarter.
Yeah, we got a pretty good spot to view that. It looked like a lot of ball to me.
He does complete the three-point play, so Boss with 5 points in the third quarter alone. Parrott thought about another one. Going to try for a better shot. Eckhoff's shot doesn't go. Sanders' shot doesn't go. And now Eckhoff whistled for the foul. Coach Berkey getting frustrated with his young team.
Well, Coach Mills is getting frustrated too because he just got a bench warning.
Did he?
He just got a bench warning.
Now, Eckhoff's got 3 fouls. Coach Berkey going to leave him out there. I don't know that he's got a better chance or a better option right now. Eckhoff needs to not pick up a 4th foul. We appreciate, defensive intensity and obviously, hustle, but be wise, young man.
Hey, you can't tell Eckhoff not to pick up full court. He's going to do what he wants.
They are going to go ahead and get Eckhoff off here after watching him almost pick up a 4th foul.
And it would be that timing as well.
Johnson being hounded by Young. Now Crooker, guarded by Smith. Picks it up right at midcourt. He's getting trapped. Coach Mills is getting frustrated and has earned a technical foul. I don't know if it was the hip thrust that did it, but he was definitely getting frustrated. And Dennis Hagedorn, the official that gives Coach Mills the technical foul. Parrott misses the first. And Lincoln, just as a team, not a good free throw shooting team and not a good three-point shooting team. As you go down the percentages.
Well, perfect example. You get a technical foul, you get 2 free throws and the ball, potential for a 5-point play. Come up empty on the first 2. Who knows? Sometimes the coach is doing that on purpose. Sometimes you get a tee to fire your team up.
Yeah, we'll see if that has the effect he wanted. So far, it hasn't hurt them.
And sometimes it goes the opposite. Sometimes the other team gets fired up.
Sanders gets to the cup. Nice adjustment in the air. An acrobatic play.
I like
the inbounds.
I like what Coach Berkey's doing here. Now he's kind of, his hand has been forced to pick up full court.
Well, and Northwest has had a couple possessions where they've tried to turn it over, but Lincoln just couldn't quite. And now Coach Mills is going to need to call a timeout as Johnson was being trapped at the midcourt line. A 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 60 on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network.
Sponsored by 31 Chiropractic. 31 Chiropractic is a wellness-centered family chiropractic office that specializes in care for women and children. Lindsay delivers tailored chiropractic and physical treatment for your whole family for their whole life. Stop in at 292 South Highway 65 in Lincoln or call 660-460-3719 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Lindsay today. We're also sponsored by WK's family of dealerships. WK, a name we all know, owned by a family we all grew up with, now open at 4 locations in Sedalia and Boonville, featuring a great inventory of new Chevrolet, Ford, and Dodge vehicles, as well as high-quality used vehicles. At WK, they have combined their service, collision, and detailing departments with a great variety of American-made vehicles to be the #1 stop in your search for a new vehicle. Browse their selection of new and used vehicles today at WKFamily.com.
Mustangs basketball, 3:15 left to play in the third quarter. Lincoln offensively has just not been firing well here, although 5 points in the third quarter. Now Sanders and Eckhoff with 3 fouls.
Cardinals have went to a 2-2-1 half-court press here. You have to generate buckets.
Right, and pressure.
And pressure, and you're trying to generate buckets from the pressure to get some stuff in transition.
Catan, short corner jump shot won't go.
Got to get out of the way there.
Yeah, Sanders about dribbled it off the back of Xavier Smith. Sanders inside. Smith tries a 3. Good looking jump shot by the senior. Coach Berkey wants a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here. because Lincoln now has cut it to 6. It's been as high as 11. But Lincoln, with a couple of three-point shots falling here in the second half, and one of the best baskets I've seen out of Riley Sanders all season,
right,
has given them some life here offensively.
I think you want to try to get Sanders the ball, which is exactly what Coach Berkey's doing. He's putting him in the short corner, high post area, and they're trying to get him some touches. He's athletic enough. He can juke and fake and 2-foot jump stop and go up strong. Get some finishes, get some free throws. The good thing about free throws, clock's not moving.
Absolutely.
Gives you an opportunity to chip away with the clock not moving.
Absolutely, and we know these two teams are prone to competitive games, even dating back to last year where both teams performed well in the postseason. A couple tight games in that season. Obviously, a lot of different faces out there on the floor than last year. A couple of those faces sitting up here with us tonight. Everhart's got Catan to pick the ball up. Ooh. They're going to call that off of Lincoln. Not the call Lincoln wanted, but still definitely making Northwest uncomfortable.
Making them uncomfortable, and this is something that could play into the fourth because Northwest has only played 7 guys. Lincoln's played, I think, 10 at this point.
Yeah. The turnover they get, Smith all the way to the cup. He's fouled. They're going to call that foul against Jason Boss, the leading scorer of the Mustangs, his second and third team foul.
Isn't it amazing what a little pressure will do?
Yeah. Well, Lincoln all year, what they've struggled with is Xavier Smith misses the first free throw, is handling pressure themselves.
Right.
And Northwest, you made the comment about them only playing 7 so far. You wonder if they just don't feel like they've got the bodies to apply a lot of pressure to Lincoln, which is something Lincoln struggles against. Boss breaks the press. Nieder's wide open. Tough pass. He just threw it right back to Everhart. This pace paying dividends for the Cardinals.
Well, to start the season, Coach Berkey was a run-and-jump guy.
Right.
So
that was really what he wanted to get to.
It is. It's exactly what he wanted, and now here we see him in the back half of the season reapplying it, and it's starting to work for him.
Just think how much more dynamic it could be if Anthony Schrader was healthy.
Absolutely.
Oh.
The Cardinals cannot afford to work their tail off on defense and then just give buckets away on offense.
3 lazy passes in a row by Lincoln. I guess third time's the charm as they finally did turn it over. Now the jump. Boss, ball screen all the way to the rim. Oh, man, that seemed like good verticality by Smith. Got up and contested it. Hagedorn did not agree. He calls an and one. Boss now with another opportunity at a three-point play. And he finishes that and pushes the lead back to 8. Smith, three-point shot over Catan, in and out.
I think that touched net.
Yeah.
That was completely in and found its way out.
Boss has the rebound now into the front court. Lincoln still in this run and jump. Good ball pressure by Smith. Catan against Everhart. Reverse layup doesn't go and pretty clearly touches the top of the backboard, but they're going to play on. Smith attacks left side. Jump steps to the middle. Nice fall away. That was a great look.
Great move.
That was a nice senior basket. Xavier Smith now with 6 points, I believe, all in the third quarter.
Smith has had a very nice quarter. He's working his tail off on ball defense. Lincoln's pressure paying dividends. Now can they get out of the final 26.1 unscathed? No cheap fouls. maybe condense this score a little bit, and then you're feeling good about yourself.
Now, you don't have any fouls to give. Coach Berkey is going to bring 2 fresh bodies and Cole and Benham on. Northwest has been going for that, kind of running that home run play all game long and just hasn't been able to get it up the floor. Smith should not foul. They do not have a foul to give. Fouling here would be bad. We're getting close to a 10-second. This started.
10-second call was called.
It was called. Didn't you say 21 point, or what'd you say, 22.1?
26.1. But
so
they,
was that a...
Well, they inbounded it, remember? They inbounded it, and we got a tip, I believe.
I'm seeing the replay here in front of me. I think that was a 14-second, 10-second call. I'm not joking. I think it literally took 14 seconds to get that 10-second call. I did not see a tip there. Eckhoff can't get the bucket to go. Young had it for a moment, but unscathed. No cheap fouls. You even turned them over.
Yep.
Got to look at it. You'll take Ben Eckhoff looks at the rim all quarter long.
Sure, absolutely, and you've condensed it down to a 6-point game. You know, there was a point, it was a double-digit game. You get it down to 6 going into the fourth. Pressure's clearly paying off for you.
And you've got some fresh bodies to bring in. We're going to step aside for a quick advertisement. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network.
Premier Automotive is proud to support Lincoln Athletics. Since 1993, Premier Automotive has been serving Central Missouri and the surrounding areas. Those 30 years of service make Fred & Company one of the most reliable and experienced used car dealers around. Go check out Premier Automotive's diverse selection of clean, pre-inspected cars, trucks, and SUVs located on the east side of 65 Highway in the heart of Lincoln, or give them a call today at 660-776-2019. We're also supported by the Lincoln Booster Club. If you haven't picked out your Lincoln Cardinal gear yet, be sure to reach out to the Lincoln Booster Club. Wearing Booster Club gear is another way to show the players and cheerleaders the support they deserve. The money raised from the Booster Club goes back into the athletic department to enhance their experience. Don't forget to pick up a program to help identify the kids out on the court, and be sure to support those sponsors in our community that back Lincoln Athletic.
So we were just rewatching that 10-second call. The ball, Brett, was inbounded with 26.1, and the 10-second was called at 12.8. So 13.3 seconds. But that's, I mean,
hey, they earned their 10.
Your hand counting. Coach Berkey will be glad to hear that they held him behind the timeline for 13 seconds. Lincoln out on the floor with Cole and Smith. They're 2 seniors. Eckhoff, Young, and Benham. The game plan here with this lineup should definitely be to get the basketball on the block to Eckhoff.
I think execution's going to be a huge factor in this quarter.
Big 3-point try by Smith, misses everything. Benham gets it, hop steps, jumps inside. Lincoln just needs to pull out and take a deep breath. There's absolutely no pressure being applied. No reason to let them get you out of sorts here.
Right. Lot of game left.
Oh, yeah. 6 points, 32-26. A decent crowd starting to accrue here in State Fair as Zayden Cole has his heel on the out-of-bounds line. And that'll be a turnover for Lincoln. Coach Berkey going to immediately get Sanders and Everhart in. Only one Lincoln player came off. Here comes Young. Boss goes around the press. We haven't seen the jump here yet on this possession. Nieders guarded by Sanders. Sanders should not foul. Sanders takes it away, a 2-on-1 now. He's got Nieders on his hip. Gets to that right hand, scoops it up, and it's a 4-point lead. A scrum for the basketball on the floor. I don't know what the call was there. Out of bounds?
He said Xavier Smith was out of bounds. I think Xavier Smith had possession and stepped out of bounds.
Okay. All righty then. Had a hand on the ball, foot out of bounds, is what my cameraman says.
Hagedorn's getting his money worth tonight.
The home run pass does come. Boss out in front. Smith fouled him. Oh, an intentional foul. I thought you could make the case that Smith went for the ball. Coach Berkey did not like that foul call. So this will be one free throw on the ball, right? On an intentional?
No,
you get
everything's two.
Same as a technical.
I believe everything is two and ball.
Okay. So pretty big time foul there. I think that was Xavier Smith's fourth foul. It is his fourth foul. And just the first team foul against the Cards here in the fourth quarter. As Boss splits a pair, we'll be looking at a 5-point game.
You know, let's talk about that call for a minute. I don't necessarily like when you're playing on the ball. There's egregious calls and there's not.
Right.
You know, there's fouls. I'm sorry.
Right.
I feel like an intentional is an egregious, no play on the ball, trying to do bodily harm type foul.
And that was not what we just saw. But the call was that he didn't go for the ball, and that was the intentional foul. On the other end, Catan made a tough basket over Ben Eckhoff. Parrott blocked from behind. Sanders comes away with it. Everhart steps into an open three on the wing. It's a shot you like. Lincoln just has not shot the ball well. Timeout for Mills as Boss goes to the ground. I think we've got a 60-second timeout. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. We'll be right back.
Cardinal Sports Network is also sponsored by Sedalia Rental and Supply. Sedalia Rental and Supply is located on 50 Highway in Sedalia, Missouri. Todd and his knowledgeable crew have served West Central Missouri as a one-stop shop for all your equipment rental and party supply needs since 1994. If they don't have it, you probably didn't need it. Call Sedalia Rental and Supply today at 660-826-8188 to see how they can help you complete your next project. Speaking of projects, we are also sponsored by City Electric Supply. If you're an electrician, plumber, or just a DIYer, you need to go to City Electric Supply in Warsaw. They have the largest selection of both tools and supplies available in the Lake area. See Dustin or any one of his experienced associates, and they will find just the item that you need. City Electric Supply in Warsaw, 660-900-3512.
So after that timeout, it will be Northwest basketball on the floor for the Cardinals. Sanders, Eckhoff, Everhart, Parrott, and Benham. 7-point game, 5.5 to play. The lead has been as high as 11 points in favor of the Mustangs. Johnson in trouble there for a second. Crooker now checked by Sanders. Sanders has 3 fouls, so does Eckhoff. Don't foul. Ooh, Meters. Pass tip, thought he drugged that pivot foot.
It definitely looked like it to me.
You can tell Lincoln's worked on guarding the flex. Crooker blocked emphatically by Sanders. Ball screen for Boss. Northwest clearly trying to run this until they get a really good look at it. Here comes the run and jump. That was really good help defense off that screen. Eckhoff and Sanders just guarded that ball screen perfectly. Now they've got Catan in trouble. Sanders all over the floor. Catan, elbow, thought about it. I don't think they want to shoot this. There's Crooker underneath the basket and one. Lincoln just guarded for over a minute just to give up an and one opportunity at the rim.
They did, and Sanders and Eckhoff got crossed up.
Yeah.
They got jammed up, and then they tried to switch back, and it was too late. The flex cut was already there.
And a good shot at the rim by Crooker.
Good shot.
Sanders now with 4 fouls. Coach Berkey doesn't really have any option but to leave him out there. Johnson and Everhart get locked up. Jump ball going to be Northwest basketball. If Northwest puts another minute in their back pocket, this one may be trouble for Lincoln.
Trouble.
Berkey going with a platoon swap here, down 9 with 3.5 to play. So an interesting move here.
I'd say that's a frustration sub. I think
they're going to foul. They are. Miles Harms immediately fouled. So maybe an attempt to make sure none of your other guys pick up a foul here.
Well, especially.
He just said same thing.
Yep.
So you're going to try and muddy this up, make it a free throw shooting game. If Northwest isn't going to shoot the basketball, Harms immediately fouls again. I mean, that must be what coach is
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's getting 4. So now they're going to play. So if they do get a foul,
shooting.
They're shooting.
Okay. Now you don't want Sanders or Eckhoff to foul. That's the thing you don't want. Especially Sanders having 4. As much as ball pressure affected Northwest for about 10 straight minutes, now all of a sudden Lincoln can't turn them over.
They're doing a very good job.
And they just got into that flex. And
Yep.
it's like muscle memory kicked in, and all of a sudden they just couldn't turn it over.
Well, muscle memory's right. I'm sure they've ran that.
They've probably run it a lot. Needers makes a free throw and pushes the lead to 10. Benham there, by the way, picking up his second foul. And Lincoln intentionally got to 5 fouls, so they are in the double bonus the rest of the way. Needers misses the second, so maybe the effect Coach Berkey wanted to have. Lincoln's got to score on this end or none of it matters. Skip pass to Sanders. He's going to shoot a corner 3. It's an air ball. Lincoln just not a good shooting team.
There's just no way around it. We want them to be, and we hope they are as they grow and get better, but right now they're just not.
And they will. They will get better. They will. It's a young team, too. A team with, I mean, we're a broken record at this point, Brett, but, coming into this season, you return, of your top 6, you return 1. Who played sparingly as it was.
Sparingly and was a corner shooter
Right,
type.
had a very specific role on that team last year. And so, you're just asking a lot of a group that's not played a lot. And then you sprinkle on the fact that they weren't healthy all year long.
Right.
Until just recently, the last couple weeks, as healthy as they'll get. So this one now with under 3, the lead is 12, and we can probably start talking about Northwest in the consolation game tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. here at State Fair Community College. We will not be covering that game, as Lincoln won't be competing in it. However, our other YouTube channel, Spooky Bear Media, will be broadcasting all 4 games Saturday, the championship day games, as there's a walk underneath the basket by Owen Ork. Brett will be joining us for a full day of championship basketball. We'll start at 9:30 in the morning with the third place girls game. I believe that's going to be Stover. Let me pull my sheet out here. Stover and Windsor, followed up by the third place boys game, Colcamp and Stover. Then the first place girls game will be Northwest and Tipton. That game will tip off at 12:30 if everything runs according to schedule. Catan just putting on a clinic underneath the basket. Offensive rebound, left-hand hook. Young inside, misses it. Boss with the rebound. He's fouled and is going to see 2 free throws. Continuing on with the schedule, we'll wrap up Saturday's all day of championship game streaming with a 2 o'clock tip-off, a 2 p.m. tip-off between Tipton and Sacred Heart. Tipton in the boys championship game for 2 years in a row now. Last year they fell to our Lincoln Cardinals, if you will. And so it'll be interesting to see how the championship day pans out. But if you can't make it in person, you can join Brett and I live all day long as we will cover all 4 games.
Well, and that championship game from the boys' side is going to be a fun game because coming into this tournament, Tipton's coach has said, hey, we've played a tough schedule. We're playing our best ball. You know, we really haven't gotten a lot rolling till recently, and now here they are playing their best ball. They knocked off the number 1 seed,
right,
and here they are fighting for a championship.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see on the other side if Connor Brown plays for Sacred Heart. He tried to play the other night against Stover, but and had some nice baskets, but ultimately could not finish the game. I believe it is a knee injury that's keeping him on the sideline. So he's one of their best players. He's a starter for sure, and really their only size.
Yep.
And Tipton not overwhelmingly large themselves, but it'll be interesting to see how that changes things for each team.
Well, the zone defense that Sacred Heart is able to run with constantly matching, mixing, looks man, show zone, that's very difficult for anybody, regardless of the caliber of team. And they run it so well. And, I'm excited to see that game. I'm also excited to see the Tipton Northwest girls game. Northwest had a rough go against Tipton earlier in the season. Both are still ranked in the top 10 in Class 2. I think Tipton's at the 2. Northwest is hovering the 7 or the 8. But Tipton was able to push that upwards of 40 points.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Northwest is able to
make it competitive.
They
looked really good the other night against Stover. Isaac, do we have our replays ready to go for post-game here? We're going to get right into the Community National Bank and Trust post-game show as this game starts to wrap up. We appreciate their support. We appreciate the support of all of our sponsors. We couldn't do this broadcast or any of them without the support of our awesome sponsors. When we actually end the stream, be sure to pay attention to our "We'll be right back," our "Thanks for watching" graphic, as all of our sponsors for the Lincoln Cardinal Sports Network are posted on there. And if you haven't done so already, get on YouTube and search up Spooky Bear Media. It's a new YouTube channel, so it might prove to be hard to find, but make sure you subscribe so that you can be alerted as we go live on Saturday. We'll be going live about 15 minutes before the tip-off of the first game, which is set to start at 9:30 a.m. It'll be a early morning of basketball for a couple of teams.
Yep. We might not have a voice left after Saturday's games.
I sure am looking forward to it. I'm excited that the conference asked us to do it. We're excited to get an opportunity to broadcast some games that Coach Mills.
Somebody's on the floor that's not in the book, so which it's a technical. So Lincoln shooting a technical. Coach Mills is saying he's in my book, but he's not in your book.
Yeah.
Talking to the State Fair staff.
Yeah.
So he's frustrated that somebody had not copied right.
I would be too. Understandably so. Coach Mills not mincing words.
I think what he said was they copied names from the program,
Right.
and he was not in the program.
Right.
But he was in the
but
book.
he's in the book, and they
I
should
think
have used the book.
I
think he's right.
I think he is too.
Yeah, I got to agree with him.
Coach Mills has been more fired up tonight. I've seen him coach many, many times, and I've never seen him this fired up. Maybe he's got something to prove. He wants to, he gets this win back against the Cardinals.
Yep.
And now he's fighting for consolation.
That was the third place game over in Otterville, actually, where these two teams met up and Lincoln got the better of them. Quick commercial break to get ready for the postgame show. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Lane Johnson. Welcome to Spooky Bear Shirt Shack. Spooky Bear Shirt Shack now offers custom online stores. These team stores, as we like to call them, are an easy way to get your community or organization into the newest gear. We process and bag every order, and we can even ship it directly to your customers. This process provides a perfect way for booster clubs, sports teams, and other extracurricular clubs or programs to raise money. Why hassle with paper order forms or big companies with long lead times and no personal touch when Spooky Bear can make fundraising easy? Find us online at sbshirtshack.com or at Spooky Bear Shirt Shack on Facebook. To visit more about how a team store can help you, call us today at 660-776-2021. Okay, Brett, let's wrap things up here with the Community National Bank and Trust post-game show. We're going to start off with the Estes Drive-In replay cam. Our Estes Drive-In sponsoring the replay camera. So we've got a couple here, starting with a drive by Xavier Smith off the left wing. He's going to kind of give a hesitation move, get inside, hop step to the middle, and then kind of a fall away shot over the front of the rim. That's a good-looking basket. And then here we've got a steal by Sanders, a full-court drive, and a nice scoop layup. Our third and final replay from the second half, another Sanders play as he emphatically blocks the jump shot try by Crooker, I believe. So thank you to Community National Bank and Trust. Thank you to Estes Drive-In. Brett, let's quickly just rattle through some of these stats. You mentioned something there off the air that jumped out to you. Eckhoff at half had 6 points and 6 rebounds, finishes the game with 6 points.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, obviously Northwest made some adjustments. He got in a little bit of foul trouble, I believe.
Yeah.
He missed some minutes, but you need Eckhoff to at least be getting his average, and you need Sanders to be scoring more than 4 if you're going to be competitive.
And that was clearly a point of emphasis for the Mustangs. And then Camden Everhart also had 6 points. Dawson Parrott also had 6 points. Xavier Smith also had 6 points. Riley Sanders had 4 points. And that was all the scoring Lincoln could muster here in a game where they lost 44-28. So after the results of today's games, we will not be live tomorrow like we anticipated. However, we will be live all day Saturday on Spooky Bear Media's YouTube channel. Check for Facebook. Look to the Kaysinger Conference Facebook page as well for them to put the stream link out. We should have it out this evening. We look forward to hearing from you guys. We look forward to covering some communities that we haven't got to cover yet this year. So be sure to tune in if you're not able to make it in person. For tonight, I'm Lane Johnson signing off here. Isaac Dennis on the computer, Ross Johnson on the camera, Kyle Eckhoff on the stats, and of course, the lovely velvety-voiced Brett Bryant, my co-host for tonight. We'll see you guys Saturday.